Okay, this is part 8, and I have a set of really ugly unboxed, or uncased, or uncovered PS2 games, mostly. But I've got a few of these ones. These are just things that I've collected since I reorganized and haven't put them anywhere yet, because I don't have enough shelf space. So here's a really terrible thing, just a disc, not even anything for it. But Arc the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits. You know, this is really awful for me to just leave it like that. I have nothing to say about it. I've never played it. And if I leave it like this, I may never, if it gets all scratched. Sorry, Arclad. Oh, well, this is unfair. Bible game in a little purple plastic case, which is strange to me that I would put this in the case and not the other game. But, you know, this came out at some point and was pretty much immediately bargain binned. In case you couldn't guess why, because no one really wants a Bible game. Well, not nobody, but most gaming enthusiasts don't especially want this. It's like basically a board game, and silly, and I can't win because I don't really know anything about that. Bloodrayne, you know, it's fine. Pretty cool. Obviously much better than that movie that came out, which hopefully none of you saw. But I don't know. Entertaining, but not amazing. Here we have the Bouncer, which was an early PS2 game, right? And oh yeah, see, it's still Squaresoft. And it was fun. I recall it's sort of like a fighter with 3 main characters, I think. And it was fun. I don't think it would hold up today, but at the time it was an interesting little fighting game with a little bit of story. Catwoman, based off the movie, and therefore just as bad. If you've ever seen Catwoman, well then, I'm sure you'll figure out why this movie is bad. I mean, why this game is bad. So you also had some sort of button you could press to make Catwoman walk or do her like catwalk thing, which was rather useless. Okay, Chaos Legion. Let's put down. I wanted this for some reason, and haven't even played it, so I'm very sorry. I wish I could recall why I had wanted it initially, because that might give me a clue as to what it's about. Cold Winter for PS2, which I think I've bought multiple times. I haven't realized it. But this is a survival horror type game, and I always confuse it with Cold Fear. Cold Fear takes place on a boat, right? And Cold Winter is something else, I think, unless I got that wrong. It's just a horror game. Yes, that looks very, very horror style right there. Crazy Taxi. I like Crazy Taxi a lot, so this is perfectly fine addition to my collection. It's, if you've ever played it, it's where you're driving people around in taxis. Sort of like the taxi missions in GTA, except that's all you do. Also, I don't think you can actually run over people. I think they always jump out of the way in time. But I'm not sure of that. Because, you know, I'm sure everyone has tried that, right? Evil Dead, a Fistful of Boomstick. Not that good, honestly. But I love Evil Dead, so I was like, well, why not just pick this up? So that's why I have it. And it's not that great, but as a fan of the series, I kind of felt I needed to own it. Collection built, so. Future Tactics, The Uprising. Now, I keep seeing myself. I don't recall if this is related to the Advance Wars series and stuff, but it looks like it from that little thing. The way the words are laid out in the color. So, yeah, I don't really know. I'll have to find out. Look into this game more to figure out what it is exactly. Genji, Dawn of the Samurai, which I wanted for some sort of reason, I can't recall anymore. But I like, at least I usually like the idea of samurai games, even if they sort of fall flat on their face at times. So, you know, why not? And yeah, I don't really know. These games are stuff that are just hanging out that I haven't really played exactly. Or not for a long enough time to actually know what they're about. Well, in any normal manner, I just barely know anything about the games. So, maybe I'll redo this video sometime when I've played them all. I don't know. The Getaway, which was okay, and I keep relating this game to Driver, but it's not Driver. So, I don't know why I keep thinking so. Either way, it was decent, and I guess it was good enough to get a sequel. So, why not? Just check it out. The aforementioned sequel, The Getaway Black Monday, which has no words on it, which I find very strange. But I suppose if you had the game box, you wouldn't need the disc to say the name of it too. So it looks kind of neat, but it's weird. It took me a while to figure out what it was, or to actually check that it was The Getaway. I sort of thought it was Driver, and I was like, ew, because I didn't like that series all that much, at least for the PS2 version. Pretty gross. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, which is part of the series of Hitman, and part of the Hitman series. Geez, it's like English in a second language. Anyway, again, I really suck at stealth, and these games are pretty hard for me because of that. So, you know, it's good though. They're good games. It's just I can't really play them all that well without like practice over and over again. Legacy of Kain Defiance. I feel like I have another Legacy of Kain game somewhere, but this is just one for PS2, and it's fun. I think this is an interesting series that's underrated at times, or maybe not even a series. It was like 2 games. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. Interesting little games that I think should be checked out. Oh whoa, it's like over here, but they're neat. The Mark of Kri, which I recall being a really awful game, but I have it, so I don't know. Whatever you want to think about this game. Maximo Goes to Glory. I remember seeing an ad for the Maximo games when I was younger, and it had some dude in his Hearts print boxers, and I thought it was hilarious, and so I've always been interested in picking these games up. They're alright, Maximo's alright, but, you know, it's not anything to rave about. It's just it's a game. It's alright. There's nothing special. Medal of Honor Frontline, the first Medal of Honor game I ever played, though that had been on GameCube. I recall it being a lot of fun, and I think there was also some sort of big head cheat code mode, which a lot of games seemed to have at that time, the big head mode. I don't know why, but it was funny. It was really funny, and it made it easier to kill people, to headshot them. And I should probably play it around the time when the new Medal of Honor, the Medal of Honor series reboot, is going to be coming out, because it certainly looks a lot different than this. The Nightmare of Druaga, Fushigino Dungeon. I don't even know what this is, but because I've never heard of it, I had to pick it up, because, you know, what does that mean? It looks like something. It looks like they tried hard. It's not like one of those just cheapo games. It's something, an attempt at something for sure. And since I've never heard of it, I just picked it up. Dungeon crawler type game. And I don't know anything else about this, if it is based on a show, or if it just came out of nowhere, I don't know. Onimusha Warlords, Onimusha series game. Kind of like a survival horror-esque, which is neat. I don't recall if this one was like that, but you know, Onimusha is a neat series, and samurai-esque, and worth your time if you're into that sort of thing. My like vague description of it, if you're into that, you should probably get it. And then Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny, which is more Onimusha. And if you like the first one, if you like any of the other games, why not? The, what was that one? The newer one. Onimusha 4? I don't know. But these are nice. The newer versions are more, they're better. That makes sense. Usually as games continue to progress, they get better. They have more, they do what they need, what the games do better. I don't know how to explain. But yes, that makes a lot of sense. And with that, I'm going to close this. I've got a couple more games to go.